This is the original piece that I wrote and performed at the National Individual Event Tournament of Champions for Speech and Debate. I placed 4th in the nation for expository speaking with this original piece, and I hope you guys like it. The other day, I was walking through the streets of Ohiotown when I saw baby Gronk rizzing up Kai Cenat. My first thought was, what the poggers, when I looked over and saw Livy Dunn hitting the stanky leg with Mr. Beast. The imposter vented inside of the Burger King where Nikocado Avocado was born and was low-key mocking on everyone with his mega yet. Boy. If you understood any of the words that I just said, you need to put your phone down more often. Brain rot. I'm sure everyone in this room can come up with something when I reference media that does nothing that melts your brain. Whether it's a parody song written by Weird Al Yankovic, the TV show Annoying Orange, or the incredible ballad Peanut Butter Jelly Time, brain rot seems to transcend generations, kind of like moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. But what is brain rot, and why are people worried for the younger generations who consume it? Today, we will be diving into the recent uptick in mindless content and its effects. First, we'll gritty on over to see what brain rot is and how it's changed over time. Next, we'll look smacks in the face of danger as we see the effects of this kind of content. And finally, we'll turn on our Sigma modes as we discover why younger kids are at risk. So join me as I try to pick up the last shreds of my dignity as we become transfixed with nonsense. So, what is brain rot? To most, it is a piece of media that seems to hold little to no artistic value or purpose. It exists because it can. The Newport Institute defines brain rot as a feeling of mental fogginess, lethargy, reduced attention span, and cognitive decline that results from an overabundance of screen time. When you hear this word being thrown around with adolescents, they are most likely referring to the mind-numbing content that causes these feelings. Brain rot used to be easily avoidable. Just put your phone down and go outside, talk to your mom, play kick the can. However, in a post-COVID-19 world, screens are more prevalent and necessary than ever before. Additionally, there was a spike in the consumption of idiocracy with the introduction of fast content. I'm referring to Instagram Reels, Snapchat Spotlight, and if you're weird, YouTube Shorts. Those platforms are designed to feed you content as fast as possible and keep you scrolling. Unfortunately, this formula works, especially with younger kids. It's too easy to scroll for hours and succumb to stupidity. Stupidity. It sounds like skibbity. Which brings me to my next point. With the rise of quick content and easily accessible media, a new problem has arisen. Doom scrolling. Doom scrolling is the act of sitting on your device and scrolling through videos for hours upon hours. Doom scrolling can reduce your attention span and leave you with feelings of emptiness, sadness, and even increased aggression. By show of hands, how many people in this room have some form of social media? How many of you consider yourselves occasional doom scrollers? Okay. By show of hands, how many of you have come across one of those videos in those doom scroll sections and were completely confused by the terminology? Words like skibbity, riz, jitliang, fahalatugan, Turkish quandil dingle. How many of you have seen those Ryan Gosling burping videos so often to the point where he shows up in your anxiety dreams and nurses you like you're a baby bird? Okay, I might be alone on that last one. Regardless, these videos that produce no educational or social value have created a subgenre of teen slang. Brain rot has united the internet and created weird, intricate inside jokes that are becoming more and more prominent in pop culture. These words make zero sense and hold no meaning, but are widespread enough to create a section of the internet exclusively for nonsense. It's kind of beautiful in a post-apocalyptic, oh my god, is this what we've come to? I'm embarrassed to find this funny kind of way. Finally, let's look at why younger children are at risk. With the increase in fast content and use of AI, brain rot is being produced at lightning speeds. Now, I'm sure we've all been to Olive Garden and turned to the left to see a sticky toddler, eyes glued to the screen and unable to cover their mouth when they cough. When we see such a child, our eyes travel to the parents, and blame is immediately put on them for their apparent lack of social skills and deodorant. However, much of the blame needs to be put on corporations like YouTube and Instagram for not shutting down these mindless videos. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that seeing war footage and a group of girls dancing all within 30 seconds of each other isn't good for developing minds. Humans, let alone children, aren't meant to consume content that quickly, and it's clear to see that when you look at the dropping attention span rates. Overall, brain rot is capable of damaging young minds in a major way and stunting cognition, but at the same time it's being kept around because of the culture it has created. To conclude, I'm glad I was able to raise up your prefrontal cortexes and spread some important info about those videos. It doesn't seem like brain rot is going away anytime soon, and it can only get more harmful. I can see the future headline now. #1 killer of Gen Alphas? Skibbity toilet. Thank you.